Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Only a look at Jesus with care.
This morning we'll pray from Psalm 11. In the Lord put I my trust. Who say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to the mountain? For lo, the wicked bent their bow. They made readily their arrow upon strings, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. If the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelid tries the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. Upon the wicked he shall rain snare, fire, and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. His shall be the portion of their cup. For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness. His countenance doth behold the upright. To my community of parity and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, comments, and trolls, good morning and welcome. Cooper's Pen, 9 days on from Cooper's Pen. And we're out here this morning to string and brush. 9 days after Cooper's Pen. Actually, 9 days. Why am I repeating the 9 days? We'll get to there shortly. 9 days after Cooper's Pen. 9 whole days. Morning, everybody. Oh, no, do. we are living in a country where there isn't a government. Likewise, there isn't an opposition. This is why you see the private sector get up and start give direction to JCF and all of that. So we come out for Labour and PNP this morning, because both of them in the mix of things, you know. Yeah? Anything happening in our country governance-wise, you can almost be certain that a lot of them will be linked to the two party rather than one. 9 days after. Debbie Jarvis TV, good morning and welcome. Karen Lamont, Gloria Morris, good morning, and welcome. Lynette Jenkins, Sheena Kelly, Abinasa Cody, Miss Jam Upton, Norman Ferguson. Morning all. Morning, Lawrence Michaels, good morning. Who else is there here? Suzette Williams, good morning and welcome. Angela Brownberg. Angela Brownberg, the friend of Juliet Holness, the friend of Andrew Holness. Angela Brownberg, who speak on social protection and social transformation. Social protection and social transformation. Angela Brownberg, come out. Before we get to Angela Brownberg this morning, though, we'll segue to an article we did. We call it The Compromise. Where we have no credible government and we have no opposition. What does that mean for Jamaica? It means that we just feel our way in the dark and tag our way go on. We feel our way in the dark and we tag our way go on. That is the actual governance we're having in Jamaica. Because certainly we know we don't have a government. But when a government is absent, then a government in waiting, the opposition, puts themselves in the fray of pretending, at least, to be the government. But at this point, Jamaica is lacking both. That I will explain to you this morning. We already know so we lack governance. And I think many of you, even the hypocrite PMPs, would realize that in this country, with all the going-ons, all the fuckery of this government, we are lacking an opposition in our country. We are lacking a robust opposition to stand against a lawless government. So PNP, me know how to stay this morning. Come out, come for rub on this morning on a PNP. PNP, if you not come up in a comment this morning, me ready for you. Because you know what, PNP? I don't know out of the PNP or the Jamaica Labour Party who settles for less. I don't know which of the two groups settle for less. Certainly, I cannot identify where it's easier to work with the PNP than the labor rights. I cannot identify that. What I can identify in some cases, I see JLP supporters coming out against Andrew Holness. While I see PNP supporters coercing and cuddling Mark Golden and the PNP to do fuck all, and they think it's all right. Let's go to our article, which we'll start with this morning. Then from there, we'll move to Angela Brown Burke and the fuckery. 9 days, social protection, social transformation. Almighty God, if we dare wait, and I hear the hypocrite PNP saying, but the PNP are not the government. Andrew Holness wasn't the government when Portia Simpson, when every little gyps and jabs, Andrew Holness lead on it. Andrew Holness buried Portia Simpson in the sand, Violet Watson. Every little thing crops up. Everywhere Andrew there, Andrew mouth loader, Andrew nice, and Andrew show the Jamaica people. So you know what? If I didn't win a government, we would have done the bomber clan better. But them ya all fool ya. Them ya big, sloppy, tidy, big, worthless, and good for nothing what you call PNP. They have resigned us to the mercy of Andrew Holness. Make we go on to the article this morning, yeah?
Jamaica's political void, when there is no government and no opposition. By Special Correspondent, August 19, 2026. There is a growing, painful realization taking hold across Jamaica that our nation is operating without a functioning government and without a credible opposition to hold power in check. For decades, the two-party system promised choice, accountability, and protection for the people. Today, it delivers neither, leaving citizens stranded between a ruling administration that acts with impunity and an alternative that appears either compromised, silent, or indistinguishable from those it is meant to challenge. The administration in power governs as if it owes no duty to the public. Decisions are made behind closed doors. Lands occupied by families for generations are cleared without warning or proper process. Funds raised for disaster relief vanish with little explanation, and allegations of corruption, nepotism, and abuse of authority are met with silence, deflection, or open dismissal. When citizens raise voices against demolitions, unfair treatment, or broken promises, they are met with force, arrest, or official indifference. This is not governance. It is the exercise of power for the benefit of a few at the expense of the many. Worse still, the institutions meant to oversee and investigate, from the police to parliament, too often appear to serve the interests of those in office rather than the law or the people. Equally damning is the failure of the opposition. By constitutional design and democratic principle, its role is to scrutinize, to expose wrongdoing, and to offer a clear, moral alternative to the ruling party. Yet time and again, on the most critical issues, land rights, evictions, public funds, and transparency, there is no firm stand, no sustained challenge, no demand for justice. The opposition often echoes the same narratives, supports the same questionable actions, or remains quiet when the people need them most. When both sides seem to protect the same interests, citizens are left with no place to turn. This is not democracy. It is a vacuum where accountability dies. This crisis of representation has real, devastating consequences. It means mothers and infants are thrown out of their homes in Cooper's Pen with no one to defend them. It means hard-working Jamaicans remain landless in their own country, locked out of the prosperity that their labor creates. It means public trust collapses and citizens begin to believe that no one in authority works for them. A nation cannot stand when its leaders abandon their duty and its would-be defenders refuse to speak. Jamaica does not belong to politicians or powerful groups. It belongs to every person born here, every person who calls this land home. If our government will not govern justly and our opposition will not oppose courageously, then the people must become the conscience of the nation. We must demand more than words. We must demand leaders who serve, not rule. Until we have leaders who respect the people and a system that truly answers to us, Jamaica will remain a country without a government worthy of the name.
Global TV this morning is calling for the resignation of Mark Golden. The country and Mark Golden's opposition is going in two different directions. Mark Golden is not the opposition leader that will help us 4 years from now to get rid of Andrew Holness. Mark Golden had 4 years, and Mark Golden leadership of the opposition did not assist us in getting rid of Andrew Holness. The same bomber blood clot thing are going to happen again in 2030. No. We have what happened in Cooper's Pen. The issue of Cooper's Pen spread out its tentacles. Cooper's Pen spread out its tentacles, where it gives, what I mean by that, because of the many things that came out of it, it gives a broad sway of the opposition bone to chew on. Now, the eviction and everything that follows the eviction, the police behavior, the government possible involvement are not possible. The government's involvement. You have the leader of the opposition who ought to be leading on the issue and tackling the government, as in the prime minister, on whatever decision or whatever the prime minister saying don't know. You also have Fitz Jackson, the spokesman for national security, which we have not heard from yet. We have not heard yet from Fitz Jackson. Fitz Jackson is the spokesman for national security. Where Horace Chang fails, Fitz Jackson is the one to come and point it out. Where questions are to be asked of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Fitz Jackson is the one to come and ask them, not their minions and vloggers. Fitz Jackson, who we paid. We are just out here as independent workers. The people of Jamaica haven't chosen vloggers to ask these questions. The people of Jamaica haven't chosen vlogger to press these stories. So you have Fitz Jackson. We all know Fitz Jackson will come out, where the Jamaica Constabulary Force is heavily implicated in the crime carried out against the peoples of Cooper's Pen. Fitz Jackson still not come out yet. Angela Brownberg, the social issues that came out of this, the homelessness and everything, the vulnerability of adults and babies. Angela Brownberg came out 8 or 9 days after. Nikita Burchell, the strategic communicator of the People's National Party, the information arm of the People's National Party, came out 1 week later. Isaac Buchanan, the human rights spokesman, Luther Cousins, the person who deal with land, came out 2 days after the incident. The incident happened on Tuesday. On Thursday, Mark Golden, Isaac Buchanan, and Luther Cousins went to Cooper's Pen. And the People's National Party thinks that that is enough to deal with an ongoing situation. I know we don't hear Fitz Jackson come utter a word about the police. Not a question. You have Angela Brownberg turning up late, 9 days after. Nikita Burchell turning up a week after. I know we have not had a press conference from the People's National Party on how they prepare to deal with the issue. Without ISAT blobbing on social media, we wouldn't know that ISAT plan to take these things to court. And dirty PNP supporters, when we talk, these drunkards want to run up on a platform like them here say, Jamaica people choose me or Jamaica people pay me. You have Professor Floyd Morris for housing. And no, Professor Floyd Morris now reach out 9 days later. Let me ask the People's National Party, their minions and supporters and vloggers, this question. Do you think the PNP is doing what they ought to be doing? Do you think what the PNP is doing will bring them back to power in 2030? The PNP has gone silent on us. The PNP promised us robust opposition. We have not seen it. Luton Cousins put out about 2-3 statements. Dennis Meadows, the chair for the region, put out 2 statements. Mark Golden only spoke on the issue once as leader of the opposition. In Portia time, Andrew go everywhere. Right here now, the labor rights them a whole ISAT Buchanan chop the line galang in with more accountability than PNP is holding this entire issue. What ISAT said, when ISAT said, all if you never live up there, get one old bed foot and go up there because the prime minister have to pay. Labor rights from George Wright to everybody else is using this to hang ISAT, is calling for ISAT resignation on a day-to-day basis. Dr. Dawes, there could be health implications from this, and we don't hear you. We don't hear you, Dr. Dawes. When a 3-day-old baby is being put out into the element, when elderly with heart problem put out in the element, Dr. Dawes, we need to hear from you. We need to hear from Dr. Dawes and the potential health hazard we can come out of what the government carry out down there. So. But the entire PNP has left us, the people, to the mercy of a ruthless government. 9 days. And listen when Angela come out and say, 9 bumbo pussy mama bleeding blood clot days. And at this, all Angela Brownberg can come out and say, any pussy clot PNP come and me paid this morning. I'm going to go in a dot with no blood clot. I am fed up. I am fed up of these idiots who come to people platform and want bully them for talk the truth and act on a bumbo clot come this morning.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Brownberg,
Kerano.
opposition spokesperson on social protection and social transformation. Jamaica, I need you to hear me about
this fucking woman. She's a hypocrite. I don't know how Angela Brownberg is not a labor right. I don't know how this stupid hypocrite of a woman is not a labor right. Stupid as she gets.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Brownberg, opposition spokesperson on social protection and social transformation. Jamaica, I need you to hear me about what happened in Cooper's Pen, in Trelawney, in the wee hours of the morning on Tuesday, August 11th.
Yes, stupid girl, but this is 9 days later. Stupid girl Angela Brownberg, 3 o'clock in the morning on the 11th of October, August. Yesterday was the 18th of August, which yesterday you put out a statement. Shithouse. Old toilet, Angela Brownberg. Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness' friend. You compromise witch. And come out now and come talk like you're somebody or like you care. Hey, woman, don't make me hold you and wet up dot and rub your blood clot in a dot this morning. I fed up a PMP now and the bullshit and the bending down behind Andrew and Juliet. Mark Golden, you need to resign. Mark Golden, I wouldn't make you lead me rat them. All when I want to get rid of rat, Mark Golden, if I have rat, I wouldn't make you lead me rat them. Because Mark Golden, you're going to lead me rat them right back in the house when I want to get rid of them out of you stupid, big, sluggedy, wasteless, useless bunch of waste of space.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Brownberg, opposition spokesperson on social protection and social transformation. Jamaica, I need you to hear me about what happened in Cooper's Pen, in Trelawney, in the wee hours of the morning on Tuesday, August 11th. Just after 3 in the morning, while most of us were asleep, heavy machinery moved in and tore down the homes of families who had lived there for decades. No notice was given. Mothers stood in the darkness with their children, watching everything they had built disappear before their very eyes, before sunrise. More than 20 families lost their homes that night. Among them, approximately 15 women aged 18 to 75, and 12 children, some as young as 3 years old. This kind of
Idiot. We had as young as 3-day-old. You idiot piece of Jezebel. Unanointed slut. Come out with your bullshit. 8 days after a tragedy. 8 days after a tragedy. This idiot, this piece of shit, come out. I go on like them as somebody. I go on like them care. Look how me I go campaign against the next election. You wicked woman. You wicked liar hypocrite.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Brownberg, opposition spokesperson on social protection and social transformation. Jamaica, I need you to hear me about what happened in Cooper's Pen, in Trelawney, in the wee
Batty hole and 9 day now. You think say I explain anything to it where we not hearing and where we not hear our people researching at the last 9 days? Miss Batty hole, Miss Scratches. You think to say we not hear everything in the last 9 days? The vlogging community is the one who done research and bring out all these information. The PNP wanna sit down on no shitty ass. Collecting, Mark Golden collecting $25 million a year. And dirty, nasty, sloppy PNP thinks that Mark Golden, multi-millionaire slave master Mark Golden, to keep on collecting with 25 bomber blood clot million and do nothing. I'm not happy with it. We're not happy with a big old sludge. Collected 25 million and do it fuck all. My Golden need to resign. Make Damien Isa anybody come fuck it up. But we're tired of white people fucking up with country.
Following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Hi, I'm Dr. Angela Brownberg, opposition spokesperson on social protection and social transformation. Jamaica, I need you to hear me about what happened in Cooper's Pen, in Trelawney, in the wee hours of the morning on Tuesday, August 11th. Just after 3 in the morning, while most of us were asleep, heavy machinery moved in and tore down the homes of families who had lived there for decades. No notice was given. Mothers stood in the darkness with their children, watching everything they had built disappear before their very eyes, before sunrise. More than 20 families lost their homes that night. Among them, approximately 15 women aged 18 to 75, and 12 children, some as young as 3 years old. This kind of trauma does not end when the dust settles. It follows a child into their sleep and a mother into every quiet moment. That is why I believe that now is the time to engage the Jamaica Psychological Society so that professional grief counseling can begin without delay. I am also calling on the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Ministry of Labor and Social Security to match this with real resources and to ensure that support continues for as long as these families need it. They deserve nothing less. In a month like August, days after we have celebrated Emancipation Day and Independence Day, Jamaica, this is not the Jamaica we want to build. They deserve nothing less. As Jamaicans, days after we celebrated Emancipation Day and Independence Day, this is the time to engage the Jamaica Psychological Society so that professional grief counseling can begin without delay. I am also calling on the Ministry of Health and Wellness and the Ministry of Labor and Social Security to match this with real resources and to ensure that support continues for as long as these families need it. They deserve nothing less. In a month like August, days after we have celebrated Emancipation Day and Independence Day, Jamaica, this is not the Jamaica we want to build. They deserve nothing less. As Jamaicans, days after we celebrated Emancipation Day and Independence Day, this is not the Jamaica we want to build.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or check us out on Facebook at Jamaica PNP.
So no new information. No new information. What Angela Brownberg said in this 2 minutes and 42 seconds, Angela Brownberg, could have been said last Tuesday afternoon or last Wednesday morning. Angela Brownberg never got dig up and unroot any information that the public weren't aware of. Angela Brownberg isn't telling us anything new. Angela Brownberg is calling for psychological support 9 days after. Not the day after. 9 days after. Angela Brown Burke come out and call for psychological support. Angela Brown Burke come talk like Angela Brown Burke have something new to tell us. Have you not listened to the plethora of bloggers that is bringing out information after information about this issue? Which it's the opposition should have flood the place with information on the history, ownership, and everything of Cooper's Hill. Because don't forget to say, when they in the parliament, the whole of with their boss, oh, Matt Golden is carrying a lot of bright people there. Matt Golden is taking a lot of bright people to parliament. There will be and ma. Where are they? Where are the bright people in the PNP that Mark Golden took to parliament? Because the Andrew Dunce them are going better. The truth be told, the bunch and a half of duds where Andrew come with is performing better than for Mark Golden one them. Because at least for Andrew one them will come out and tell some useless lie. The PNP is not just silent. The PNP is compromised. The PNP sold us out. The PNP sold us to the brutality of the Jamaica Labour Party. Why is Mark Golden doing this to Jamaica? Why is Mark Golden playing such a dangerous game? If Mark Golden is not up to the job of opposition, please go. Jamaica needs better. We can't have two capitalists in our country. Mark Golden Business Adventure tell us he's a capitalist. We all know Andrew Holness is a capitalist. What's the difference? What different we are going to get? You think we should be paying Mark Golden 25 million? They only spoke once on the issue. That's all we pay them to do, you know, to expose the government, to call out the government, to question the government, to suggest solution. We don't ask them if they go mix brick and mortar. We don't ask dirty bastard them if they go mix brick and mortar. And here comes the government creator issue that gives so much people in the PNP if you come out upon them. Professor Morris no come out yet. Jackson no come out yet. Housing and security. The amount of questions we ask here across social media, across blogging platform of the police actions, and no Jackson. And you're telling me that the PNP not sell way out? That the PNP isn't compromised? Or the PNP not just leave it to the mercy of tyranny? Jamaica people, especially dirty PNP, will always come on my page with a fuckery. Especially junkra PNP. Uno become worse than labor right in our country, you know. Because don't stand for nothing. If Mark Golden say kill tomorrow, the whole on run out and say, one Marky Jeep and the app say kill. Yes, Jankra son of stay. If Mark Golden come out and say kill, uno come out and say kill too. Uno know Mark Golden now serve the role. Because if Mark Golden was serving the role, after Andrew Holness thought buck down house in his second term, Andrew Holness wouldn't get back there. Because if Portia did ever buck down a house in our country, Portia would have to resign when Andrew was opposition. If Portia ever buck down a house, remember the same Andrew will whole portion they can squeeze it for extrajudicial killing, and the same Andrew out here I carry out extrajudicial killing every day, and PNP not say zilch. The next election will be less turnout, and PNP will lose seats. The 14 where PNP gain in a last year election, PNP are going to lose some of that. Because you see, when Andrew done turn up the thing and buy out the thing, you see, when Andrew done with Westmoreland people will be voting back Labour, right? Yeah, they will be. And it will be the PNP's fault. Because the PNP may stand up for nothing. The PNP say, go on, go the road, Andrew. Andrew, go on, go the road. What has this idiot Angela Brownberg, after 8-9 days, Angela Brownberg come out? Will you come out for Angela Brownberg? You idiot, you hypocrite. You should have stayed silent. Because you come out and it don't mean anything. You have not said anything. You have not championed the people's cause. What the fuck you come out for, idiot? Now, let's keep up with Trelawney. And no, we're not ready for the beach yet. Let's go to this gentleman who was bawling his eyes out. In a Jamaica, it take PNP 48 hours to get to the victim. And the PNP go to the victim in 48 hours and them say, all right, them say we know. Them say we know. Let's call it a day. We don't have to talk about it anymore because we have robust vloggers out there. Abena, thank you. We have robust vloggers out there where we take on the government. Because Mark Golden, big old sloppy tidy Mark Golden, big, worthless, useless, and good for nothing Mark Golden. Mark Golden in the rum buckle. We never employ you for going in the rum buckle. We employ you for deal with the issue in our country. So if the rum buckle is more important for Mark Golden, vacate and make somebody when you're really prioritizing the rum battle right now, because we need more than rum battle prioritization. Mark Golden is doing fuck all as leader of the opposition. So we're asking Mark Golden, resign and go hold your rum battle and sit on aside with your money and make we suffer, Mark Golden. We prefer suffer than no span we own, more than no say we pay somebody to advocate against with suffering and this big old bowl of flush. This big old sea log. Social protection. Dirty Angela Brownberg. Nasty Angela Brownberg. Social protection. Social protection. And it take you 9 days to hear the cry of the people, to see the plight of the people, to represent the people.
Motherfucker, injustice this for poor people, you know, man. Injustice this, you know, man. What would you do? What would you do? No, this is total injustice, man. We don't like to fuck for everyone, man. I'm fuck with them, man. Everybody, nobody not talk. Nobody not talk. The MP there, nobody stop.
Now, Lynette Jenkins, Angela Brownberg's post is to, as the opposition, to speak up for the vulnerable, to make policy suggestion to the government to reform or transform services or whatever for the vulnerable people, to uplift vulnerable people, to cater to vulnerable people. Like if she was in government, she would be the policy advisor. She would be the policy director, rather, when it comes to social protection, social care, carry a broad spectrum from vulnerable people, sick people, the elderly, the young, the challenged, the disadvantages of society. When things like the demolition happen, people immediately becomes vulnerable. Their social status has been diminished overnight. They have been launched into a social crisis last Tuesday morning. Angela Brownberg, if Obiaman tell them, say, don't go out until 8 time. Me don't know if Obiaman tell Angela Brownberg, say, it's a 8-day wonder we are work on. It's a 8-day dopey we send out there. And Angela Brownberg come out 8 days after and said nothing. Ladybug. Nothing. Angela Brownberg literally says nothing. Angela Brownberg is calling for psychological support a week later. Not that a week later psychological support is not important. 1 week later, the PNP and all their cahoots should have been on the ground from Tuesday evening, early Wednesday morning. Not because it's a JLP constituency. And that's why I want to leave Southwest St. Elizabeth and the back burner. But if it is that you hope to win this seat in the future, this is the time you play the politics and advocate all when a bumbo clant mean it. Because you don't mean nothing anyway. You don't use everything and play politics. That's why you turn up our funeral can give speeches. John Crow. That's why you turn up our funeral can give speech. Because you just look vote veteran all you do. That's why you don't turn up our funerals. If you come make speech. Because no look vote. So why the bumbo clat no look vote out of this, yeah? Why no look vote out of this? Why no look vote out there? Because the government has turned on its own constituency. So why you no look vote out of it? John Crow? Angela Brownberg come out 1 week late. Nikita Burchell came out 1 week late. Fitz Jackson no come out yet. Dr. Dawes no come out yet. Professor Morris no come out yet. And the docile leader of the opposition came out once. Once. One of the biggest tragedy since Hurricane Melissa we're seen in front of our eyes. These people managed to start their rebuilding post Melissa. The government walk in and crush them. And the PNP is woefully silent on the matter. No press conference to tell the people how the PNP is going to tackle this matter. If it weren't for ISAT labyrinth, we wouldn't know that he planned to take these cases to court. Hmm? The JLP in this matter has given the PNP a lot to say. As to why the PNP is saying very little, it draws out social protection, it draws out human rights, it draws out national security, it draws out housing, it draws out information, plus the opposition, health. At least 7, 8 people in the opposition ought to be putting out regular statements, ought to be visiting the people, ought to be questioning the different arms of government here. Nothing. Nothing. Is it because it's a JLP constituency? Could it be that heavy equipment was already in the community? I don't understand what you're saying by that, Fireball. You lost me there. You lost me there. I don't know what you're referring to. So much. The PNP has been given so much at the moment because the entire government and its cabinet messed up here. The entire government messed up on this issue. But the government is leading on the political narrative. Abka Fitzhenley, George Davis, Marlon Morgan, Andrew Holness, all of them are going after Isaac Buchanan. All of them are using this issue to go after Isaac Buchanan. But so much in the PNP could be going after the entire government. They are all in silence. The amount of statement, a 2-time Andrew throw shades at Isaac Buchanan in the last 3 days. When you go give with the whole setting a sentence, and when you make one speech yesterday or when, they keep badgering away at Isaac. But where is the PNP to badger away at the crime the government committed against the people of Cooper's Pen? I want to tell me, say we have a working opposition in our country. PNP are the biggest bunch of bullshit. Oh no, I would say set a PNP name again. But uno Peter Bunting PNP. Because uno no Michael Manley PNP no. Uno Peter Bunting PNP. Uno licky licky PNP. Uno money grabbing PNP. Because that's a Peter Bunting type of PNP. Those who sell themselves short to Peter Bunting and crush the whole fucking party. Yeah? And see it there now. See it there now. Jamaica has suffered the consequence. Because we don't have an opposition. Not even a compromise opposition we don't have. We just not a one. And they claim so them bright. And that at me, you know? That at me, because the opposition, they claim so them bright. And one thing with the don't slave by them know how to play the game of politics. Whereas these so-called bright people knows fuck all. Nothing. Oh no. On the claim say, oh, we over PNP are bright. Bright my foot. Wanna bright for though? Wanna bright for? Because the brightness nah shine. Look like when the brightness make out of the spark when a spark. For the brightness PNP, it make out a spark. That's why nobody nah see it. You bunch of useless slobs and sods.
Sad morning, man.
Run one list. Can you imagine when the political campaign was going on, when the tree debate went on, if Jamaica never know how JLP does, the election debate opens that up plainly to Jamaica. So you know what? This is a bucket of Alice shit we're dealing with here with called the Jamaica Labour Party. And with all that dunceness, they find a way for shun show. With all that dunceness, all when they're on the back foot, them still control the political narrative. All when they're on the back foot, you know, all when they wrong, all when paid, all when JLP wrong, JLP still hold the narrative. Uno have them a tear down ISAT, a bring down. I mean, you no come out here, even a defend ISAT. Me not hear no politician come out here. I say, if Andrew Wheatley can stay, if Xavier Main can stay, if Marissa Dalwimple Filbert can come, Jankro PNP, ono no si so na Jankro. Ono no si so na surrender Jamaica to tyranny PNP. But then again, Mark Golding a Jewish and Andrew a Israelite. What the fuck do we expect? Andrew a Israelite, not the authentic Israelite. We're talking about the Pigsraelites. Or Pigsraelites would be a more fitting word. Mark Golding is descendant of the Jews. And Andrew Holness is a Pigsraelite. What then does Jamaica expect when Benjamin Netanyahu is given the direction in our country? When Andrew Holness just signed way up with the Israel army?
Oh, so demolish the houses. Demolishing all the houses everywhere. So the MP is here. People on top of the screen, people, top of the screen. Remember, say that free, top of the screen.
Yeah. We are left to the mercy of gangsters. That's why I know say Jamaica fail and fail again. Now, this man is one of them who've been doing a lot of research on the issue of the
New Falmouth
New
has not
Falmouth,
done any business in Jamaica.
the New Falmouth Shell Company. Well, Shell Company always linked to business people and politicians. This is nothing strange. So Nikita Burchell, she come out. Nikita Burchell was here lead the narrative, you know. She come out with something when nearly deaf the cloth out of we. Nearly deaf the cloth out of we. For a big part of the video, you could never tell what Nikita Burchell was talking about. Tell me if all them something you're not deliberate. Tell me if all them behavior yeah, not deliberate. And then when PNP come out, PNP don't say nothing. School will be reopening within the next few weeks or a month or so. You don't think this have consequences for the children the children who've been made homeless by the government? And we don't hear Damian Crawford call out Dana Dixon and the government for nothing. Is Damian Crawford still in politics? Is a question. Is Dr. Dawes, not Dr. Dawes, is Dr. Campbell still in politics? Because let me tell you something. The legislature is on break. The cabinet and the shadow cabinet and MPs working in their constituency is not on break. The government continues. The shadow opposition is not on break. The government is never on break. Neither is the shadow opposition. Neither is your MP. So the fact that Parliament is on break, it doesn't provide any but the PNP has always been silent anyway. Exactly. 50, 60 school bus still outstanding. And here neither Damian Crawford nor Miguel Phillips, who does transport spokesmanship, is asking any question. But with $1.4 billion has already been spent. It cannot be that even though the people has now rightfully so becomes Her Majesty's or His Majesty's opposition, because we literally doesn't have one. And when political directorate and leadership fails this much, then it's left to us, the people, to pick up the mantle and do the job. Listen, there's everything wrong, bad, horrible about this situation. And the more I cover it, is the more I become angry. And the more the opposition sit in silence, it's even the more I become angry over this issue. If social media never exists, this issue would have been dead. This issue would have been dead. Because left to the opposition alone, we wouldn't know say such a catastrophic galanging happening in our country. Mainstream media and the opposition butt out Panwe, and then Jamaica people is not waking up. Jamaica people is not waking up, and we see the opposition gone sideways, media gone underfoot, the people gone to bed under blankets. Everybody under something.
New Falmouth has not done any business in Jamaica from 1982 until the present day. They have done no business. They have no office, no head office, no employee, no vehicle, no nothing. They are listed as a company and people.
Nikita Bertel is a grand old waste of space. Nikita Bertel, you are a grand old waste of space. And when we say waste of space, Nikita Bertel, you're a waste of space and time.
New Falmouth has not done any business in Jamaica from 1982 until the present day. They have done no business. They have no office, no head office, no employee, no vehicle, no nothing. They are listed as a company on paper, but in reality, there is no company. New Falmouth does not exist as a company in reality anymore. Only on paper does it exist. So basically, it is just a shell, an empty shell that has nothing within it. The MP for the constituency was one of those people who said that the land belongs to New Falmouth Resort, right? It is also Interesting that this constituency which this happened in is a JLP constituency. You know, you would think that, okay, since these people are JLP, then they are immune, they will try to protect their own and certain things is not going to happen. Wake up. Wake up. Another mystery about this thing is that nobody knows the current shareholders of the company. It was when the bulldozing happened, it seems like someone come forth and said that Mr. Henry has died. When we tried to search how long has Mr. Henry died, the internet is saying they don't know when he has passed, the year nor the date. They just know that he died. But this just seems like
I wonder if any killings in the whole of this land issue from the owner who died and identifying children to the father of the Phelan family. I wonder if some surreptitious killing go on over the land. Me just ask. Me just ask. Because all the other man will have the promissory note and did forget his money and never get any just dead. So, me just ask. Could there be that there was some surreptitious killings go on over these land? All Miguel Phillips, them are useless old bunch. Them Miguel Phillips, them are just hereditary politics. And that's something the right people them now get to represent people in Jamaica. Because all Fenton Ferguson's son will come in a parliament when you need specialists like Raymond Price and Dr. Hart and them who have speciality what Jamaica required. And then he just get in there because he's Fenton Ferguson's son. I think Cleveland they could have kept Cleveland a while, give the information arm of the thing. I think Cleveland would have done a much better job than Nikita Bertel. Nikita Bertel just did a fish show with our cheekbone, our lip, our titty, our body, and our fucking fluids line and flat belly. Not that me grudge her for any of that. However, I think Cleveland, Tomlinson, handling the information arm of the government, of the opposition rather, would have done a better job than Nikita Bertel. Well, we can't take the Lisa Hannarism. The Lisa Hannarism gets to me. It never carry Lisa there in politics. It's not going to take Nikita Bertel there in politics. I think the information, Mark Golden, here's a reshuffle. Here's a reshuffle. Of course, it's a family business doing. How you do? Politics in Jamaica is a family business. That's why you have these hereditary bunch of heifers all across the spectrum. Here's a reshuffle, Mark Golden. You need to remove Cleveland from the Senate. Give Cleveland the information arm of the opposition to run. You also need to remove Alan Bernard from the Senate. I don't know the fuck him that they do. Then you need to bring in Raymond Price, the environmentalist. You also need to bring in Dr. Horton, the economist. We need those specialities when it comes to legislation and all of that. I think Cleveland would done. Nikita Bertel go war with Juliet for God Almighty's sake. Make Nikita Bertel go war with Juliet. One doesn't give a fuck about either of them. Nikita Bertel, the people choose him, make sure go focus on our constituency. Nikita Bertel is not fit for the purpose when it comes to the communication arm of the PNP. Cleveland Tomlinson would have done a better job. Cleveland Tomlinson would have done a better job. Right here now, if you choose Nasty Gina, if you choose psychotic histrionic Gina right now, Gina would have done a better job than Nikita Burchell. Histrionic Gina would have done a better job right now than Nikita Burchell. So I'm suggesting to Mark Golden, remove Cleveland and Alan from the Senate. You can throw Alan over the same cliff where girl they drop, where Angela drop over. I couldn't give a freak. Yeah, Alan Bernard, you can throw him over the same cliff. Or just put him on the edge where Angela drop off, make him drop off too. I couldn't give a toss. But we need sensible people in the Senate. We also don't need Fenton Ferguson's son in there because he's Fenton Ferguson's son. Bringing people who make sense. Why you never bring in Dr. Miranda in the Senate? Share your Senate pick Mark Golden. I think it was a waste of time. Not that Cleveland isn't brilliant. I think Cleveland still have time to come to the Senate 2030. But right now, we could handle better in the environmental brouhaha, the economic brouhaha that we are in. We would be served better by Dr. Horton and Raymond Price. But then again, a thief is the government and a sloppy old fool is the opposition. Tell me, what do you expect? What you expect? When you sit down tight here, the most we can tell is sit down tight. Sit down tight because that cloth are going to get more rocky upon we. You think it rocky yet? You think say it rocky yet? When you stay there, you sit down tight. When you can get extra rope tie no down to make sure so no grounded. Get that extra rope.
Newfoundland has not done any business in Jamaica from 1982 until the present day. They have done no business. They have no office, no head office, no employee, no vehicle, no nothing. They are listed as a company on paper, but in reality, there is no.
That is what the PNP isn't getting, Ron Wanless. Mount Golden is Jamaica's best legislator. We haven't got any as good as him right now when it comes to legislation. As a leader, he passes the integrity tests. However, he is not a winner. The PNP has to understand that. And until the PNP understands that, Andrew Holness will remain victorious. So unstated. I think I get this people attack when they talk. Mark Golden will not take you all across the finishing line. If we go across the finishing line with Mark Golden 2030, is that Andrew Holness has failed badly to the point where Andrew Holness cronies than people them decide to turn from him. But if Andrew Holness still in the same stride, and Nora gives the Prime Minister more stride, with the backing of Israel and America, hey, trotted all judgment. Bev would have said murder to blood clot, people.
Company. Newfoundland does not exist as a company in reality anymore. Only on paper does it exist. So basically, it is just a shell, an empty shell that has nothing within it. The MP for the constituency was one of those people who said that the land belongs to New Falmouth Resort, right? It is also interesting that this constituency, which this happened in, is a JLP constituency. You know, you would think that, okay, since these people are JLP, then they are immune, they will try to protect their own and certain things is not going to happen. Wake up. Wake up. Another mystery about this thing is that nobody knows the current shareholders of the company. It was when the bulldozing happened, it seems like someone come forth and said that Mr. Henry has died. When we tried to search how long has Mr. Henry died, the internet is saying they don't know when he has passed, the year nor the date. They just know that he died. But this just seems like another tragedy to hide the shareholders. For 3 years, nobody has come forth. The company has put forth no new chairman. There is nobody in charge for 3 years. No, that's kind of tell us that the man has been dead for 3 years. No.
Another question is we want to know, and I think I asked that question last night. Who instructed the attorneys in March of this year to go back to court to sort the order that they acted upon? That is important for us to know. Who take that case back to court in March to ask for the order?
And they have appointed no new person to take his position. So if you have no CEO, no chairman, no office, then you can make no inquiry. The thing is actually dead. So, most interestingly, it is now that Jamaica is thinking to mark off New Falmouth as a company of the registry because it has failed to point out a new chairman for the last 3 years. When this is done, when the company is striked off the record, you can no longer sue that company for nothing. Everything is liquidated. Everything ceased to exist.
Yeah. Listen, there's a whole lot of corruption with this piece of land, dating back to the, the Administrator General. And the corruption continues as we see the big spillover last week, Tuesday morning. Last week, Tuesday morning, was the big
A notice on the door
of the corruption that exists when it comes to Cooper's Hill and the whole other region there. Run one list at this point, me not have enough. At this point, me I feel like giving up. You know why? There's no hope with the JLP government that there will be any divine intervention or a change of heart or a come to their social senses to say that what we are doing to the people is horrible. JLP is not known for that. They are known for unhinged cruelty to the Jamaica people. The history is there. The history is there. But whether you want to call it a non-existent, a compromise, a lackadaisic PNP and opposition, God help a sleeping nation. That's what I would say. God help a sleeping nation. You know, come to think of it, Donald Trump should have really crushed what's him call it? TikTok? No, Donald Trump should have crushed that thing because Jamaicans were sleeping. And when TikTok, when COVID came along and the popularization of TikTok during COVID and with the dictatorial orders from the government, the fear endured by the people. You know, it has really put Jamaica in a deeper type of sleep that we have not seen Jamaica gone into before. I mean, this is a deeper sleep than we have ever endured as a people. I mean, there are always people amongst us sleeping. But to see more of us gone to sleep, it is worrying. Because especially in a time when we have tyranny, dictatorship, autocracy, kleptocracy, cockistocracy, all of them swirled up together and serving us bitter medicine. It is troubling. Especially now we're finding out from Pete Hogship that Jamaica signed a military partnership with the United Snakes of A. And we learned a few weeks ago that the merger between the Israeli army and the Pig-Israeli army and the United Snakes of A army, is it not troubling? Me no know. Maybe me too fast forward and fast and enough with myself. Enough. But here in Trelawney, again, we have more land grab by way of grabbing our beaches, depriving more Jamaicans of their livelihood. Oh no, sister, everywhere we go near water, Andrew Oldness all way and push where. Oh no, notice. White river this, a river that, the river this, the beach that, the beach. I mean, he's not the one who started it. Mind you, one have to be honest about that. But I mean, it looked like he's saying, may I make sure before me left here, well, other government never take from them, may hold them and take it. Huh? Oh no. I don't think I have sleepless night over these things. I don't think you're all having sleepless night over how much we've lost our island. Two, the people them who did have weapon plantation in a train. The same people them who used to physically rape us is economically raping us but they're physically raping us as well with the foreign pedophiles that come to Jamaica, the rent-a-jet system, they come with them money and them disease and all that. And then we've just celebrated emancipation and independence. What a dichotomy.
A notice on the door and 1 month to leave. For several fisher folk and small business operators at Jacob Taylor Beach in Silver Sands, Trelawney, the order has left them facing an uncertain future. They state that the property owned by the Natural Resources Conservation Authority is required for a public purpose and to facilitate repairs and improvements. But for Juliet Plummer, the notice is another attempt to remove her from a beach she has called home for almost.
What kind of public purpose the government have for a beach? Is the government going to build a wharf in and this beach? Is the government going to build a wharf? Because this would be the only public purpose a government would have for a beach if them a build wharf pan it. John Crow. What public purpose would government have for a beach? Huh? No, what public purpose a government would have for a beach? If a government now go build a public wharf, what other are now build oil rig? I don't know. But what other public purpose a government would have for a beach? It's the edge of the world, duh. I mean, even when we're at the fucking edge of the world, out on the way, we depend us in parity. We're on the edge of the world. We're on the edge of Jamaica. And even the son and blood clot comfortable with it. Even the son. We're up on the edge. We just catch. You know, say Melissa tumble way over there. You know, say we get the first lick. Because we're up on the edge. And all this stuff we're not uncomfortable with.
A notice on the door and 1 month to leave. For several fisher folk and small business operators at Jacob Taylor Beach in Silver Sands, Trelawney, the order has left them facing an uncertain future. They state that the property owned by the Natural Resources Conservation Authority is required for a public purpose and to facilitate repairs and improvements. But for Juliet Plummer, the notice is another attempt to remove her from a beach she has called home for almost 3 decades.
My son raised here. I have a son. He raised here from 2 years old. He was here. And every time they tried to take us off this beach. The last time they came, it was Patrick Atkinson. 1 month notice. And they didn't come back. And now see there's a notice on my door this morning.
For the fishermen, the threat of eviction is also a threat to their livelihood. Now, they are desperately calling for government intervention.
This is really devastating to know that we received a letter this morning to state that we have 1 month to leave this beach. And of course, we don't want to see a recurrence of what happened last week in Cooper's Pen. And it seems as if, and one thing I've been calling on the government to intervene in this. And we want to find out, because the government is saying that they know nothing about these private sectors that has been going around and controlling beaches. And we want to find out today that what is happening. We want the intervention of the MP, Ms. Tova Hamilton. We are calling on you. We are calling for intervention today to find out what is going on for our beach.
Our people are the nicest people, but our people have nothing at all. Nothing. And the little that we have, you want to take it away? Mr. Andrew Ornis, I'm saying to you, please come and talk to us.
For those who have spent decades on the beach, the eviction notice is more than a demand to leave.
Ron, they may have invested in Trelawney, but what's it call it? Saudi Arabia and its South Coast tourism they invested in. We don't know if Saudi Arabia invest in anything down at Trelawney, but it was really South Coast tourism, the development of South Coast tourism. I did it Saudi Arabia and them, but like a whole, them are run out of shits and pits here now. Me don't know. Lord Jesus, if Jamaica ungo know the trouble where we in a, we know that thought put on a hand pound a head and ball. If we don't know the trouble where we in a, and then we don't have a government with conscience for shield nothing off of we. Government has said all fruits ripe, shake the grape tree. Wasn't that what Andrew Holness said in South Africa? Stay there. If we don't know what come, Lord Jesus.
It is a blow to the community they say they built, maintained, and dependent on for generations.
I'm here for over 35 years. I'm a fisherman. I'm the vice president of the Fisherman Association, which we have already registered a group. And everyone here come together and form an association. But for over 35 years, we are the one who is maintaining the beach. All this place was woodland. I mean, no one couldn't have walked down and have anywhere to go. It was like all bush, garbage, everything. This is senseless. It's foolish. And this morning, my heart break. Everyone down here, heart break, because this is not the way to go at it. You know, we feel like we are on a place that we are taking care of, maintaining, and then we have been kicked or trying to be kicked off it. Over 35 years.
With 1 month to leave, a community built by the sea is fighting to hold its ground. CVM News contacted.
You remember the other night, let me draw this back and play it back again. You remember the other night when Dr. Demetrius Figueres was talking to Kabu Ma'at, and he spoke about the gangs that control the South American gang that control the North, and the upheavals and the land galang. Listen, Jamaica. We don't need to listen back to that man again. When you listen to something one time, there are a lot of things that you've missed. And when you listen it back over again, you realize I heard something that I didn't heard in the first broadcast. We don't need to listen back the broadcast there again. Go back to the show me the Sunday night. We don't need to listen that show, that interview with Kabu and Dr. Demetrius again. Trust me. Because it is a warning. It helps you to prepare. It helps you not to be too shocked when you see certain things start happen. It teaches you to listen to Andrew Holness carefully when he speaks. Me know no like listen to him. But I him I run the show and I him I talk the fuck with them. And we have to pick nonsense out of nonsense when he talk. And we have to understand when he talk back and front and read what he said back and front to really understand what he's saying to us. If you don't listen to him, you now can read him backwards or decode him to find out when say in the gibberish or the half a sentence them were in just platter. But we're in a serious problem. Big old problem. When you see Andrew sign up with the American, them for liquid on with water and wind, earthquake, tornado, tsunami, all sort were there. That was just the start. That was just the start of it. Anytime you hear this government talk about resilience, it might go attack you. Do you hear me say? Anytime you hear the government come up with the resilient bullshit, there's an attack coming from somewhere. Mark me tell you.
A notice on the door and 1 month to leave for several fisher folk and small business operators at Jacob Taylor Beach in Silver Sands, Trelawney. The order has left them facing an uncertain future. They state that the property owned by the Natural Resources Conservation Authority is required for a public purpose and to facilitate repairs and improvements. But for Juliet Plummer, the notice is another attempt to remove her from a beach she has called home for almost 3 decades.
My son raised here. I have a son. He raised here from 2 years old. He was here. And every time they tried to take us off this beach. The last time they came, it was Patrick Atkinson. 1 month notice. And they didn't come back. And now see there's a notice on my door this morning.
For the fishermen, the threat of eviction is also a threat to their livelihood. Now, they are desperately calling for government intervention.
This is really devastating to know that we received a letter this morning to state that we have 1 month to leave.
Hello. Now call for government intervention. Remember the government don't know about nothing. Remember, say Tova Hamilton and Andrew Holness don't know about nothing. You understand? All when police come, they still don't know about nothing.
This speech. And of course, we don't want to see a recurrence of what happened last week in Cooper's Pen. And it seems as if, and one thing I've been calling on the government to.
And you notice when these one go down upon the people, then when they serve not last, remember say Cooper's Pen last week, Tuesday. And this year beach here this week, Tuesday. So it look like terror. It's now become terrorism Tuesday. I know say it ago. Huh? Talk truth. Isn't it becoming terrorism Tuesday in our country? Bear with.
In this, and we want to find out, because the government is saying that they know nothing about these private sectors that has been going around and controlling beaches, and we want to find out today that what is happening. We want the intervention of the MP, Miss Tova Hamilton. We are calling on you. We are calling for intervention today to find out what is going on for our beach.
Our people are the nicest people, but our people have nothing at all. Nothing. And the little that we have, you want to take it away? Mr. Andrew Holness, I'm saying to you.
No, this sound to me like government own this. Listen to the name again. National something or rather. And them need it for public. Listen, it Ladybug talk. Listen, the name said another something. Yeah. Listen again.
A notice on the door and 1 month to leave for several fisher folk and small business operators at Jacob Taylor Beach in Silver.
National Resource Conservation Authority. National. The word national premises described as Jacob Taylor Beach. National then suggests one thing to me. The government. National Resource Conservation Authority. Hold on. National Resource Conservation Authority, Jamaica. Hold on, let's see.
The Natural Resources Conservation Authority, or NRCA, is a Jamaican body established to manage the environment. It works with the National Environment and Planning Agency to protect resources, oversee parks, and enforce environmental rules. For legal advice, consult a professional.
Yeah, so this would NRCA in the payment office, is it not? NEPA, because it's a part of it's like a NEPA conjoined twin, is it not? So it's linked to the NEPA thing. So maybe the government is not involved, maybe they're involved, you know. But let us listen again. See the name that the Natural Resource Conservation Authority, NRCA, which is a part of the NEPArization. They're a part of the NEPArization. Is a statutory body in Jamaica established under the Natural Resource Conservation Authority Act of 1991. It works alongside the National Environmental Planning Agency, NEPA, to manage the physical environment, protect natural resources, blah, de blah, blah, de blah, and brew, blah, blah. So, Andrew and Tova, want to know about that one, yeah? Huh? Does Andrew and Tova knows anything about Jacob's Beach? Come on, no normally know nothing, you know. Remember to say, no know nothing. So we asked Tova and Andrew, and we asked the mayor for Trelawney. If they know nothing about Jacob's bitch, because see where there hundreds of police, drones, helicopter. I don't know if you send Coast Guard. On the possible send armored vehicle. And none of us still never know about it. So I'm not sure none of us know about that one year. Yeah, and Pastor. I'm not sure none of us know about that one year. So we're asking the authorities who served the notice. Andrew, was it you? Lord Jesus, Andrew, Jamaica, when Andrew done with me, tell you after Melissa, you know. Me tell you after Melissa said there's a land grab. Me tell you after Melissa said there's a land grab coming. What about your business this morning, yeah?
A notice on the door and 1 month to leave for several fisher folk and small business operators at Jacob Taylor Beach in Silver Sands, Trelawney. The order has left them facing an uncertain future. They state that the property owned by the Natural Resources Conservation Authority is required for a public purpose and to facilitate repairs.
Is required for a public purpose and to facilitate repair. I wonder if we're okay and go back honey when the repair done. And what public purpose the government require the land for? Because of the public are using our junk, though. Huh? Ain't it the public using it? Or is the government saying they're going to put public development there, rather be a wharf? A government of Jamaica owned hotel? Me don't know. But this is a way to get the people them off the land, and then when you look at a big hotel, a push up, and you hear say, Madame Tussard owned the beach there now, so you can't go back on it again. This government is saying to us, is either not go farm, thief, or scam. But for those of you on the coastline around the island who make your living from the sea, to hell with you. Them days they're done of us making a living out of our coastline, especially a community like Parity, a residential community like Parity, we're built out of the sea. Government say from Parity all the way to Hodges, to Brompton, it's going to be touristic, not peopleistic. Touristic.
A notice on the door and...
But then they say a lie, we tell. You don't know how we lie, sir, no? You don't know how we walk with false news, so. And always I blame this poor government. Always I blame this poor government. This poor rich government. Because the only thing Andrew got to find is for him and a few become rich. That's all Andrew got to find. And then now Andrew take we and surrender we to the United Snake and the pigs railings. You think it can get any worse? Wait till Israel want a portion of Jamaica. And wait till them come there and set up them, bomb them. And oh no, become the bomber blood clot Palestinians in Jamaica. Wait, think say it's far-fetched. Think it impossible. Because the way how Iran do them clot, them a look new place figure. That me I tell you no. keeping a blood clot eye open.
A notice on the door and 1 month to leave for several fisher folk and small business operators at Jacob Taylor Beach in Silver Sands, Trelawney. The order has left them facing an uncertain future. They state that the property owned by the Natural Resources Conservation Authority is required for a public purpose and to facilitate repairs and improvements. But for Juliet Plummer, the notice is another attempt to remove her from a beach she has called home for almost 3 decades.
My son raised here. I have a son. He raised here from 2-year-old. He was here. And every time they tried to take us off this beach. The last time they came, it was Patrick Atkinson. 1 month notice. And they didn't come back. And now see, there's a notice. And my door this morning.
For the fishermen, the threat of eviction is also a threat to their livelihood. Now, they are desperately calling for government intervention.
This is really devastating to know that we received a letter this morning to state that we have 1 month to leave this beach. And of course, we don't want to see a recurrence of what happened last week in Cooper's Pen. And it seems as if, and one thing I've been calling on the government to intervene in this. And we want to find out, because the government is saying that they know nothing about these private sectors that has been going around and controlling beaches. And we want to find out today that what is happening. We want the intervention of the MP, Ms. Tova Hamilton. We are calling on you. We are calling for intervention today to find out what is going on for our beach.
Our people are the nicest people, but our people have nothing at all. Nothing. And the little that we have, you want to take it away? Mr. Andrew Olness, I'm saying to you, please come and talk to us.
For those who have spent decades on the beach, the eviction notice is more than a demand to leave. It is a blow to the community they say they built, maintained, and dependent on for generations.
I'm here for over 35 years. I'm a fisherman. I'm the vice president of the Fisherman Association, which we have already registered a group. And everyone here come together and form an association. But for over 35 years, we are the one who is maintaining the beach. All this place was woodland. I mean, no one couldn't have walked down and have anywhere to go. It was like all bush, garbage, everything. This is senseless. It's foolish. And this morning, my heart break. Everyone down here, heart break, because this is not the way to go at it. You know, we feel like we're on a place that we are taking care of, maintaining, and then we have been kicked or trying to be kicked off it. Over 35 years.
With 1 month to leave, a community built by the sea is fighting to hold its ground. CVM News contacted NEPA for answers. The agency says it's checking the relevant channels, but up to news time, they did not reply. Javoni Hamilton, CVM News.
Winifred, are you referring to Jacob Taylor Beach? Jamaica people may not know when we are going to take a stand. I honestly don't know when we will take a stand as a people. I honestly don't know when enough will be enough. I don't know what will be the straw that will break the camel back. I think that straw has been dropping on the camel back for quite some time. I literally don't know. Because when an opposition is next to nothing and the people is sleeping, all that is left is free range, violence, tyranny, and intimidation from the most corrupt government Jamaica has ever seen since slavery. This is where we end it this morning on your At a Glance program. Wanna hit the like button. Wanna see me do torment you. And all you have to do is hit the like button and always have to make me talk. Always. Sometimes I feel said it did at the same dopey where Andrew set pan Jamaica set pan phone finger. And one day if the dopey where Andrew set pan the Jamaica people reach the phone finger. I have to ask. Anyway, my peeps. Hold on there. If them ever move off of the beach, them can't go back there. True. If they ever move off of the beach and can't go back there, just like I always say happen at Blue Lagoon. I hit them do everywhere. And I hit at the intentional parity. We have to relocate. Andrew, we know you're going to come with another tsunami. Andrew, we know you have the earthquake plan already because you give the drilling permit. Andrew, we know. We know, so you prepare for kill we off down a parity. Yeah, we know. We're not idiots. But you know what, Andrew Holness? We'd rather die on the coastline. You can't come near me afterwards, like literally like that. You can't come near me afterwards. But we know your plan for kill me. We're not idiots. I know yesterday we banned. I know yesterday we banned. So we know your plan for it. But Andrew, we are going to make, we bone them on the coastline, they grieve your heart. If it is that you have one, just if you have one, you're going to look upon with bones and grieve over them. Dirty Jankro. Anyway, my peeps, thank you for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support as usual. Please do join us back this evening for your People's Point of View program. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon from the Global TV Group.
Ghetto, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while wrong is going on. Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down war and crime. Say Rastafari. War and crime. And do the righteousness. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. And we love Jah. Jah Rastafari. And we love Jah. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. We love Jah. Jah Rastafari. Preserve all people. Put time away again. Listen. Yeah. Just as I and I as a watching man around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and crime. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah, and we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah, me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jah, Rastafari, 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 Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight. And then DJ Twin. Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation. Because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone.
Well, Debs, with temperature today is our regular summer, 22-23 degrees Celsius. Little bit of light squall falling in the early hours of this morning. Never nothing to really damp the dryness we have. And then they're forecasting rain may build up at some point today. But we're up for it because we need it, because every hour we just look withered.
And no first of all, make up what I seen to make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan, make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, I. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, can't sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Take him and throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they didn't can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You might throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, you might throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black. Big him and throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.